Ba. Hello, my juicy co-creators. Lilu here on the island of Kauai, and I have another little treat for you. Actually, a big treat. Howard, hello.
Hello, Lilu. How you doing? And hey, everybody.
All the beautiful co-creators all around the world. I've just been introduced to Howard through Mirabai. I just did an interview with Mirabai, and you're very close to Mirabai, aren't you?
We live together here on the island of Kauai. She lives in our home here and is a dear friend and
Yeah.
sweet, beautiful person. Doing a great work on earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled to have this conversation with you right now because I had a little bit of a glimpse of your presence and your a little bit of your story, how you woke up, your spiritual awakening. You're a man of the South. I can hear an accent here.
I'm from South Carolina. Columbia.
What happened there?
Well, you have to look at a person's life to kind of understand where they're going and what they are and that kind of thing. And I was always, I had poor health as a child. And so I was very interested in health because I had such poor health as a child. Bronchitis, asthma, pneumonia, double pneumonia, ping pong fracture of the skull, another skull fracture, a lot of health situations. So I knew what it was to suffer. From 1 to probably about 8 years old. And then my last brush with, ill health, poor health was at 12 years old with double pneumonia. And since that time, I've been good. But for one reason or another, we're all born different ways, and we all have different predispositions, and we all have different inclinations and different interests, kind of like naturally. You might be very interested in nature, and you might also be very interested in science or a certain brand of science. And so that's how we all are. Some people are fantastic mechanics, and some people are great at farming. And so, but my main interest in my life was always about health and healing. Or self-healing. I just sought to understand what I could do to help myself to feel better, because I knew what it was to suffer and be in pain and not be able to breathe and be sick and be miserable, and I knew about all that. So I went on this, I'd say a lifelong search to research and understand life, the human body, the intricacies of life and the intricacies of health, and that's been my path and my interest, the human organism and the study of us and the study of the world that we live in.
So it's been progressive, or from my memory there's been like an incident or something that really was like, whoa.
Yeah. I felt personally gifted most of my life, and at a certain point, studying the older cultures of the world, not really the modern cultures, but the older cultures, like
ancestors.
Well, like the Africans and some of their beliefs and customs, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Eskimo, the rainforest Indians of South America. The Native Americans in the United States, the Celts, I was just looking at a lot of the different cultures worldwide to try to garner an understanding of their views of health and their views of life and their views of taking care of themselves concerning health and maybe self-healing or something like that. And and then I was studying the knowledge of a little bit of the knowledge of the Polynesia, and at that time I had an experience. It came through the sun in the sky, and it brought me just a type of a wider and simpler and deeper understanding on what I could do to help myself and how I could like function with more ease and grace in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it kind of drew me close to, you know, connecting with all life and appreciating all life, and connecting with ourselves and each other, and appreciating ourselves and each other, and then connecting with the infinite and appreciating and loving the infinite. So it's about connection, respect, love as a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. What is your relationship to the sun? Intuitively, I feel like asking you this, and I could see in your eyes. It's interesting. I wish I could zoom on your eyes. There's like this ring around your eyes. Has it always been this way? And is that linked? Do you do gazing or?
I don't really gaze at the sun. When I had the experience, I was told to look at the sun, close my eyes, and it was not a person telling me. I was just kind of being directed from within. Look at the sun, close my eyes, open my palms, and begin to breathe the light of the sun into my body through my eyes and through my palms. I was not gazing at the sun, but I was looking toward the sun with my eyes closed. And I was told to look toward the sun through my eyelids, which is what I did. And then I breathed in the light of the sun for, 30, 40 minutes. And I had a very unusual experience, and it opened me up and gave me certain insights that I did not have before.
Can you describe to us a little bit of that experience?
Well, the experience lasted probably, I was breathing for probably 40 minutes or something like that. Then I fell asleep. I was on a little hill facing the sun. And after about 40 minutes or so, 35, 40 minutes, I fell asleep. And I slept for 3 hours. And when I woke up, I sat up and I felt very nice, and I saw people walking by on a sidewalk maybe 40 feet away, and I noticed that I was in a different state, and I could see a whole lot more than I could see before.
You would see energy, non-physical realms. How do you describe that?
I saw people walking by, and they looked normal, and everybody was happy, and then suddenly they turned into transparent forms of energy in the shape of the body. They look like cellophane walking by. And I'm not into psychedelics or psychotropics or anything like that. I was a golfer and into sports and stuff like that growing up, so I was just very basic, traditional kind of person who was interested in health and the study of ancient cultures and things like that. And so I was a very traditional person, and I'm having this experience. And, I'm looking through people, they look like cellophane, and it's very unusual. And then I get up and I start walking around, and then I notice they change forms again, and they become an egg-shaped sack of water about this big, probably 70-75% filled with water, with little stars floating in the water. Like everybody was their own little galaxy or something like that. We're like star matter, or maybe we're just a miniature galaxy, each person. We're all different.
Did all this information started to be clear? I mean, I guess when you wake up of this, it must be really shocking, and you're like, am I still in a dream? Is it reality? How do you adjust to that?
Well, it's very unusual, and I mean, you just have to deal with it, I mean, I didn't have anything to go by, and a little later, that same, maybe 30 minutes later, I remember I went and sat down with this girl on this bench, and I was looking at her, and I realized I knew everything about her. I knew why she wore her hair the way she wore her hair, and I knew why she was dressed in the clothes she wore, and just all these things. And I could see her complete makeup within her. And then as we sat there talking, then she turned into pure electricity, like red, yellow, orange electricity, like psh. And then I noticed that the impulses that were allowing her to move were originating in this part of the body here, not up here. Uh-huh. So they were originating here, and then the different parts of the body would work with, which I would equate with her feelings, you see. So she was originating in her feelings rather than in her mind, which was quite a big insight, because most people are, they believe everything's mind over matter, or it's all about the mind. Mm-hmm. But what I was shown is it's really more all about the heart and about the feelings and about how you feel, and your makeup as a feeling person, And probably in the last couple hundred years or so, 200-300 years, we've been so mind oriented. We need to come down and get more body oriented and more feeling oriented, and pay attention to how you feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot more than what you think.
Yeah.
It's more, how do you feel? Like right now, how do you feel?
I feel pretty connected.
Yeah. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
And if you think back in your life, there were plenty of times where you weren't connected, right?
Uh-huh.
But now you're more connected than you've ever been, probably, right?
Yeah.
And how does that feel to you being in this state now?
Oh, it feels wonderful. It feels natural.
It's much better, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the more connected we all are to our feelings and with our feelings, and paying attention to how we feel, the better we're going to do as human beings. Mm-hmm. Man is a prototype. Hu is light. Light, man, being. And man is man, woman. And we're all male and female. And we need to, bring the male and the female together in each and every one of us, mm-hmm. in a balance. The strength of the father and the kindness and love of the mother. And be that. Be strong and loving and kind. The males and the females. Mm-hmm. That's where we need to go, all of us, for the whole world. Uh-huh. Every person, we need to look at ourselves, and we need to balance ourselves, the male and the female in each and every one of us.
That's valid for woman and male? Yeah. The process is similar? Because it's
the same thing. Uh-huh. It's all a feeling. Uh-huh. It's all a feeling. Women, I'm sorry to say, have been put down and abused and made to feel bad for, controlled and dominated for thousands of years. And really, we might do better if we had all women running all the governments of the world right now. I'm sure we would be in a better shape.
At the same time, yes, but at the same time, a lot of women have embraced the masculine side. So I feel it's as much to the man and woman to bring in the feminine and the receiving.
They can work it all out. I'm sure that women can work it all out. But it's just, everything doesn't need to be all male dominated, and everything doesn't need to be all female dominated, but it needs to be a balance. And each one of us needs to look at ourselves and balance the male and the female within each one of us. Mm-hmm. And seek the highest aspects of maleness and femaleness. Mm-hmm. So strength for the male and kindness and love for the female, and then put them together and be a strong, kind, loving person. Mm-hmm. How about that?
How was it for you?
And me. Uh-huh. You and me.
How is it for you to bring in that feminine side? How is it for a man to welcome that energy?
We just have to surrender.
Okay.
We have to quit being hard-headed, and we need to relax. Mm-hmm. And then we need to quit reacting to everything and just surrender and relax and be happy. And love. Turn to love. Okay? Love all the trees. Love the wind. Love the oceans. Love all the animals. Love all the fish, the whales, everything. Love the earth. Love ourselves. Love the light. Love. And be at peace. Mm-hmm. When you love things, the things do better. If you love a tree, the tree flourishes better. Yeah. Than if you don't care about the tree, because the tree feels you. Yeah. So the more you put out, the more you get back. If you're loving everything, then everything is loving you back. That's how it works. And if we have no concern for this earth, the earth is not going to have any concern for us. The earth is really has an intelligence, and every one of these plants have their own intelligence. And if we love all them, they feel our love. And then they love us back. And then you get to have a healthier, happier life.
And then the self-healing spontaneously happen?
Yeah. Healing, the healing of the body has to do with, ironing out the wrinkles that we have in our lives. Iron out all those wrinkles, all those sad places and all those hurt places, and just make peace and take good care of yourself. And love yourself and be kind, because what you put out, you get back. And people don't think about that. But what you put out is yours. So make peace.
Tell us about forgiveness. I know you're very much into forgiveness and the power of forgiveness, huh? Tell us more.
Yeah. Well,
what is the process there too?
Well, the process, and the reason for the process is that there's 7 billion of us on this planet, right? And it's a nice number. Nice people. And we need to become more sweet and more loving with each other and with ourselves and with the earth and the creation. So we need to get over our angst, get over our upsets, and seek to dissipate our upsets by peacemaking. So every day as you live your life, people are, you probably receive maybe 100 or 200 thoughts from other people every day. And not all those thoughts or things that are sent to you are positive. Positive is good. If I tell you love, 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 love. Love is a vibration. Even the word is a vibration, and everybody feels it. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Now that's 20 loves. What did that do to you? What did that do to you?
Tingles.
Yeah, it tingles, and everybody up there is getting it too, see? So that's where we need to get to. So every day with all these thoughts that people are sending out, some of them are not positive. So what you want to do is you want to say to all people, I forgive you, all of you. Yeah. No matter what. And please forgive me, all of you, no matter what. And let's all forgive ourselves, all of us, no matter what, please and thank you. And let's all love each other and love ourselves. Be at peace with each other and be at peace with ourselves, please and thank you. And when you say those words like that, you're encouraging that reality, and you're getting that reality. And then that will change your life. Right there. Because what happened when we said those words just then?
Oh, everything relaxes.
Yeah, it relaxed in your body. So if I said for Lilu and her entire lineage throughout all time, I ask that you forgive all people throughout all time, and that all people forgive you throughout all time, and that you all forgive yourselves throughout all time, please and thank you, and that you all love each other and love yourselves and be at peace with each other and be at peace with yourselves throughout all time, now and forever, please and thank you. Now, how does that feel?
It was good. I did it this morning.
Yeah.
When I woke up too. And I love it, because when we do that, there's a certain there's a clearing, and there is an openness and more space and freedom to be, and less like all those cords, past emotions and all of that is kind of gone, and it sets a big opening tone for the rest of the day.
Yeah, it does. It opens you up, and then you're having this beautiful day. And if you keep the peacemaking going, because, dust falls every day. Yeah. Dust falls every day. So we have to clean our houses every day. And if you don't, your house gets filled up with dust. So the whole thing is to cleanse, and let's go on and do better. So those first words that we said were without the name infinite light, or, that sort of thing. But you can refer to the universe or to the infinite light. Or infinite love, and you can say, infinite light, please help me forgive all people, and help all people forgive me, and help us all forgive ourselves, please and thank you, and help us all love each other and love ourselves, be at peace with each other and be at peace with ourselves, please and thank you.
Yeah. After those words, what do you see? What do you see? What happens?
Well, what happens is there's a huge release within people. The people that are watching this video right now will have a big release inside of themselves. And the more you say those words, the more release you will have, and the better you will feel. Just like that. Because your life and your health is a feeling. It's really not a thinking. If your life and your health was a thinking, you could think yourself well. And people are always trying to figure out their life and their health, but actually your life and your health is a feeling. So when we, start relating to life as a feeling and our health as a feeling, and we seek to feel better in life and we take action to feel better, then we're going to do better. And like if you're upset with your mother, it's not serving you. Or if your mother's upset with you, it's not going to serve you. It's going to sink you. Yeah. It's pain. That's what pain comes from. So if I said, Infinite Light, please help everybody watching this video, help them forgive their parents and their grandparents and their siblings and all their family members, and help all those people forgive them and help them all forgive themselves, please and thank you. And help them all love each other and love themselves. Be at peace with each other and be at peace with themselves, please and thank you. They get it. Everybody just got it. And every time they watch this, they're going to get more. And it'll keep releasing, because that's the nature of this.
And we can do that ourselves too.
You can do it yourselves. That's what it is. I have my website, and on that website is these prayers for cleansing.
Yeah, we mentioned them also in the Mirabai interview. She uses it too.
Yeah, she uses them. They're for cleansing and restoration of feeling better in life.
Why not?
That's right. I mean,
juice it up.
Yeah, juice it up and let's feel better,
I love it.
Yeah, that's
and we can bring always higher frequencies, higher. Is that part of the whole process?
Yeah, that's right. We're a small organism on a small planet in a small solar system in a average size galaxy. Most of the stars in our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, are 100 to 1,000 times bigger than our sun. And there's, trillions of stars in our galaxy? And then we're in a sea of galaxies called our universe. And then probably in a sea of universes, So it's huge.
Yep.
So why do we have to shrink? Let's be open to expand in the realm of intelligence and in the realm of knowing, so we can learn more and live a higher quality life. That's what it's about. Feeling better, staying young and vibrant, vital, having good health, being happy, sharing, loving, having a beautiful experience. This is our lives. Let's have a beautiful experience, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let's all have a beautiful experience, please. And thank you.
Thank you, Howard. Thank you for this delicious conversation. I look forward to having more with you. Thank you.
Lulu, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And love to everybody out there. And I ask that all the creations fill you all up with their love. The trees, the wind, the sun, the birds, the flowers, the moon, the earth. All the creations saturate you with their love, and that you grow closer to all the creations. The humans and all the creations, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Much aloha.
Aloha from Kauai. Aloha. Aloha kakaia. Aloha kakaia kakaoko. Malama pono and a hui ho.
Hui ho.
Hui ho means see you later.
Oh, hui ho.
Okay, that's it. interest in my life was always about health and healing, or self-healing. I just sought to understand what I could do to help myself to feel better, because I knew what it was to suffer and be in pain and not be able to breathe and be sick and be miserable, and I knew about all that. So I went on this, I'd say a lifelong search to research and understand life, the human body, the intricacies of life and the intricacies of health, and that's been my path and that kind of thing. And I was always, I had poor health as a child, and so I was very interested in health because I had such poor health as a child. Bronchitis, asthma, pneumonia, double pneumonia, ping pong fracture of the skull, another skull fracture, a lot of health situations. So I knew what it was to suffer from 1 to probably about 8 years old. And then my last brush with, ill health, poor, sweet, beautiful person, doing a great work on earth.
Yes. Yeah. I'm thrilled to have this conversation with you right now because I had a little bit of a glimpse of your presence and your a little bit of your story, how you woke up, your spiritual awakening. You're a man of the South. I can hear an accent here.
South. I'm from South Carolina, Columbia.
And what happened there?
Well, you have to look at a person's life to kind of understand where they're going and what they are. Health was at 12 years old with double pneumonia. And since that time, I've been good. But for one reason or another, we're all born different ways, and we all have different predispositions, and we all have different inclinations and different interests, kind of like naturally. You might be very interested in nature, and you might also be very interested in science or a certain brand of science. And so that's how we all are. Some people are fantastic mechanics, and some people are great at farming. And so, but my main interest.
Hello, my juicy co-creators. Lilu here on the island of Kauai, and I have another little treat for you. Actually, a big treat. Howard, hello.
Hello, Lilu. How you doing? And hey, everybody.
All the beautiful co-creators all around the world. I've just been introduced to Howard through Mirabai. I just did an interview with Mirabai, and you're very close to Mirabai, aren't you?
We live together here on the island of Kauai. She lives in our home here and is a dear friend and